Hi guys, so last year I made a video on how to pass the HESI exam. At the bottom of the video I listed free resources that you guys could use and basically what helped me get a high score on it. There were resources to Quizlet, YouTube, and NurseHub, and let's see what else. And then I did talk about what I did pay, what I did invest in so that I could also get high scores. It was the book from Mometrix, and it was on Pocket Prep. It's like a blue little app, and I talked about how I hated that app after taking the exam. It wasn't worth it at all, and I wish I could get a refund. So afterwards, NurseHub contacted me to see if I wanted to talk about their product, and I agreed because after taking the exam I realized that their questions were pretty accurate. They mimicked the exam very well, and they definitely helped me in the language section. So I ended up liking them, and so I said, yeah, I'll definitely go into depth and review the whole test packet that they have to offer, whether it's the TEAS or the HESI. They offer both, right? So I was able to review the HESI one, right? And let's see, I wrote down a couple of features that I really liked after like going into their system. And the first one is, and also I'm going to use this as just to compare, so that you guys can kind of see. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just trying to use this as a comparison so that you can have a better idea of which one you would want to purchase if you want to do that. So let's see. First one is the NurseHub has the 1900 exam-like questions. This one has good questions that mimic the exam. However, this one only has, like, let's go into the math section. The math section only has like 50 questions, while NurseHub has way more than 50 questions. So basically once you do the 50 questions in this book, you're gonna have to go somewhere else to get a feel of more questions if you feel like you're not ready for the math. While in NurseHub you have another set of questions that you can practice from, so that you're not so that by accident, like, you don't mistakenly think that, you know, you're, what's the word, so that you actually know that you're getting the questions right and you're not memorizing them. I don't know if that that makes sense. So just so that you don't get, mess up there. So that's one thing. And the other one is, the other feature is that each question is accompanied with an explanation to show you why the answer is what it is. This one has it too, but the only thing with this one is that the explanations are in the back, and I found myself flipping back and forth, and it was kind of a minor inconvenience. So, and I was comparing the explanations, how they come in the math section and how they come in the math section on NurseHub, and they're pretty much the same. They're clear, they're to the point, they're not messy, they're both good. So the third feature is you get to see how you improved on a subject. So basically NurseHub shows you a progress report of how you're doing on the sections, right? And say you get your progress report back for your anatomy and you're hitting like 70%, and your score requires you to get at least an 80%. Well, now you know that you need to work on it. And because, the anatomy comes with a bunch of different tests, not just one, like the Mometrix book does, then you can go ahead, hit up a new test, a fresh test, and you can see how you're actually doing on the subject. And then you take it from there. Like, you can take it again and again and again, and different tests, right? And then you'll see how you're actually progressing. So I think that's pretty neat. That's actually a really nice feature. And let's see, my personal favorite is that you get to see a little timer on the sections. So I mean, that's pretty cool because you can time yourself. people have told me that they run out of time during the test, and they ask me, how do you not run out of time? Like, how do you deal with that? And it's basically just kind of just practicing with a timer, so you get an idea of how your pace, how fast your pace should actually be. And I mean, if you're running out of time, then you need to try again and go a little bit faster until you feel comfortable going the pace that you should be going, right? So that's basically how you get out of that, and that's basically how you avoid suffering from too much like test anxiety. I get that a lot. Like I went kind of slow on the reading, so just because like I didn't want to mess up, so I slowed down a lot. And if I would have practiced a little bit more with the timer, I mean, obviously I knew it was timed, but it just didn't, when I was studying, I didn't practice that. So it's just very neat that they already have the timer there for you, and you know, you get to practice how fast you answer the question. So I thought that was pretty cool. One important last thing to mention is that the reason I was falling in love with the HESI A2 Pocket Prep app was because, you know, I can take it anywhere and I could study anywhere, at work, wherever, and it ended up not being great, right? But I went into Nurse Hub. Well, I tried going into the Google store to try to see if Nurse Hub had an app. They don't, but you can take it anywhere on your laptop. And then I went into the website with my phone, and it looks literally like an app. Like, it's actually very user friendly on the phone, and I'll put a video right here to kind of what it looks like. So it should be there. And it's so easy to use, and you can see, I mean, it has everything. You don't have to maximize anything on the screen. It's actually very user friendly. It feels just like an app. I guess you can bookmark the website and everything, and then just access it easily there through your phone. And it's basically the same thing, so you don't have to be carrying a big book around like I was. That's what I was doing, so oops. So yeah, it's just way more convenient. So I don't know, if you're taking the bus, you can study. If you're, I don't know, so on your spare time, again, it's just, you get to stick more studying time, especially if, you know, you're retaking the test and you're retaking it in like a week or so. Then go ahead and do that. It'd be so much more easier than the book. So definitely recommend. Yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to make a short video on Nurse Hub, and yeah, I liked everything. And Nurse Hub, I don't know if I mentioned this again, but Nurse Hub has the test packets for the TEAS and the HESI exam. So just don't think it's just a HESI exam. And that is it. Let's see, my last words would be, for a $20 difference, Nurse Hub is actually way better than this one. It's good, but it's limited. So that's basically it. Good luck, and if you guys have any more questions, then just go ahead and you know what to do. So bye.